Yet again, Hindus and their Astha is under attack from Team Akhilesh Yadav. Remember Swami Prasad Maurya, the SP Neta who called the Ramcharitmanas anti-Dalit and discriminatory. Following his comments, OBC Mahasabha had even set the Granth on fire. But now he's back insulting Hindu Astha yet again. This time, hear how he's called Hinduism a hoax. He says it's actually a conspiracy to degrade the Dalits and the Dalits and the downtrodden. Listen in.
कि ब्राह्मणवाद की जहरें बहुत गहरी हैं और शाही विषमता का कारण भी ब्राह्मणवाद ही है। हिंदू धर्म नाम की कोई धर्म है ही नहीं। हिंदू धर्म केवल धोखा है। सही मायने में जो ब्राह्मण धर्म है उसी ब्राह्मण धर्म को हिंदू धर्म कहकर के इस देश के दलितों, आदिवासियों, पिछड़ों को अपने भ्रम के मकजाल में फंसाने की इनकी एक साजिश है। अगर वो हिंदू धर्म होता तो आप बाकियों का भी सम्मान होता।
So damaging are this SP Neta's remarks that even Akhilesh Yadav's own alliance partners have to grudgingly disagree. Listen in.
देखिए, हर बात पर टिप्पणी करना मैं जैसे समझता हूँ कि जरूरी नहीं है। जो उन्होंने कहा जनता देख रही है। जो धर्म को नहीं समझते धर्म की बात करते हैं, जो संस्कृति को नहीं समझते संस्कृति की बात करते हैं। देश का बड़ा दुर्भाग्य है। संस्कृति और धर्म बहुत गूढ़ विषय है। इस पर किसी भी व्यक्ति को सोच समझ के बोलना चाहिए और कि क्या सही और क्या गलत है।
कौन क्या स्टेटमेंट देता है वो उस व्यक्ति के स्व विवेक पर निर्भर रहता है। अपने अपने अलग अलग धर्मों की अलग अलग परंपराएं हैं, अलग अलग रीति रिवाज है। ये नेताओं के पास में कोई ना कोई ऐसे जो नेता हैं, मैं उनका सभी का सम्मान करती हूँ, लेकिन वो अपने स्व विवेक से किसी को जाति में बांट देंगे, किसी जाति को श्रेष्ठ बता देंगे, किसी जाति को नीचा बता देंगे। लेकिन हमारे भारत देश में, धर्मनिरपेक्ष देश में हर जाति का सम्मान है, हर जाति एक समान है।
The BJP though is not pulling back any punches. Hear how they attack both SP Maurya and Akhilesh Yadav for his repeated insults to the Hindu community.
Swami Prasad Maurya, he is a habitual offender in insulting Hindu Devi Devtas, in insulting temples, in insulting our religious books. The religion which talks about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, he keeps on insulting that religion.
समाजवादी पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय महासचिव श्री स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य जी लगातार हिंदू देवी देवताओं पर सवाल खड़ा कर रहे हैं और हिंदू समाज की आस्थाओं पर सवाल खड़ा कर रहे हैं। इससे साफ जाहिर हो रहा है कि समाजवादी पार्टियों को हिंदुओं से बहुत ज़्यादा नफरत है। यही समाजवादी पार्टी के नेता जब इस बात को कहते हैं तो अपने नेता श्री अखिलेश यादव जी की ये कुकर्मों को भूल जाते हैं। धर्म के आस्थाओं पर जिन लोगों का आस्था बना हुआ उस पर इतना नफरत हो रहा है, तो आने वाले समयों में श्री अखिलेश यादव जी को जवाब देना चाहिए कि आपको ब्राह्मणों से कितनी नफरत है, आपको हिंदुओं से इतनी नफरत क्यों है।
Well, you heard it from the BJP, citing that this is not the first time that SP Maurya has made these derogatory remarks against the Hindu faith. Of course, SP Maurya has insulted Hinduism and its texts several times in the past as well. Listen into what he said very, very recently in the past, for which he's never faced any punishment or reprimand. Instead, in January, he was elevated to the post of National Secretary by Akhilesh Yadav.
हम गाली को धर्म नहीं मान सकते हैं। धर्म वो होता है जिसमें मानव कल्याण की भावना होती है, मानव सम्मान की भावना होती है। हम लोगों को सजग सावधान करते हैं कि ऐसे ढोंग पाखंड से दूर रहिए जो धर्म के नाम पर हमें गाली देती है। वो धर्म जो जाति विशेष, वर्ग विशेष को अपशब्दों से प्रयोग करते हुए अपमानित करता है, हम समझते हैं वो स्वीकार नहीं है। ऐसे अंश बाहर हो जाने चाहिए। वही भाषा बोल रहे हैं जो इन्होंने अपनी रामचरितमानस में लिखा। वो हमारा जीभ काटेंगे, सर काटेंगे, हम उनकी आरती उतारेंगे। अगर यही भाषा कोई दूसरे मजहब का बोलता तो यही धर्म के ठेकेदार उसको आतंकवादी कहते हैं। और आतंकवादियों का ही काम जब खुद कर रहे हैं मेरे जीभ काटने का, सर काटने का, तो ये सारे के सारे संत महान धर्माचार्य और जात विशेष के लोग आतंकवादी हैं, महाशैतान हैं या जल्लाद हैं, खुद बताएं क्या है।
Let's quickly open this up with Mithun Vijay Kumar, political analyst, along with the advocate Nikhil Jain, who himself is a political analyst, completes the panel of two. Mr. Nikhil Jain, I want to begin by asking you about what your take is on what SP Maurya has said. We've heard from some in the Congress, several partners of the Samajwadi Party, part of Team India, come out to say that it's quite uncalled for. What do you think? Because it's not the first time he's come out to talk about Hindu texts, Hindu God, Hindu faith in this particular light.
Swami Prasad Maurya is an independent person. He may be a politician of the Samajwadi Party, but what he's saying is not the line of the Samajwadi Party. It's not the line of the Congress. It's not the line of the India Alliance. And if we want to silence him for his views, I think that is very antithetical to the views of democracy. He should be allowed to have his voice. Whether I disagree with him or not is immaterial. The point is that he has a certain perspective, and in a democracy, we should have space for all different perspectives. 2-3 things I want to point out for your viewers though. One, the same person was a minister, cabinet minister for 5 years in the Yogi government, 2017 to 22. Two, the same person, Ambedkar. Ambedkar is one of
And that's a question that's been asked to him. Why has he not been seen, spotted, caught, none of those videos going viral while he was part of the Yogi Adityanath government? Why did he not feel it important to raise these concerns back then?
That probably shows that the BJP did not allow him to air his views independently.
Okay.
See, he's an old man. He's not a 14-year-old chap that his thinking is developing in today's time. Of course, he's held his views for a long time. And the fact that he's airing those views right now, but not airing them while in the BJP, simply means that the BJP tries to curtail the voices of their own ministers.
Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. That's a serious allegation. Mr. Mithun Vijay Kumar, would you want to come in? Is this just about freedom of speech and expression because somebody's faith and astha is attached to this? And these are not normal comments wherein you can differentiate between who is just putting out an opinion or who is actually wrong. Can't you make that differentiation? What's your view?
I think it's very unfortunate that we have a lawyer on the panel who's saying that anti-religious speech is freedom of expression. This is in no way freedom of expression. It's an insult to Hinduism. And SP Maurya's comments not only show his lack of historical understanding, but are an insult to the immense contributions that Hindu philosophy and Hindu culture have made to the world. So action must be taken against him for insulting the sentiments of Hindus. And it's great. At least Nikhil Jain admitted that BJP doesn't allow people to make such statements against religions. And it is no surprise that SP Maurya has labeled Hinduism as deceitful because he has a history of doing that. He has done it before. And after all, he is a member of the Samajwadi Party, which is again a part of INDIA alliance. And the INDIA alliance is united by one thing and only one thing, which is their anti-Hindu ideology. Someday some Congress leader will make an anti-Hindu statement. The next day, Samajwadi Party will say something against Hindu. And the day after that, it will be the turn of some other party in the alliance. So what unites them all is their anti-Hindu position. And Samajwadi Party has a long history of anti-Hindu politics. I don't have to remind you, right from the Caste Sevak massacre to using slogans insulting Ram during BSP alliance.
Okay, so once again you're suggesting it's not a pattern that only the Samajwadi Party is following. There are parties across Team India who have resorted to this kind of a narrative, especially in the run-up to elections. Talk about state assembly elections, talk about Lok Sabha elections.
Yes, Ms. Walia.
Okay, Nikhil Jain, how would you respond to that? Also, to the limited point that you mentioned, Mithun Vijay Kumar says, rightly so, the party should in fact, come out with an official condemnation that this is against the party line. You don't have any formal commentary coming in from the Samajwadi Party so far.
See, maybe there will be. I've been repeating on your debates multiple times that parties in the India Alliance follow a democratic consultative process. It's not like the BJP that everything can be come out with in a diktat in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Very often I've been proven right.
Follow-up question before you complete, Mr. Nikhil Jain. Would that be the approach of any of these parties concerned if this was about any other religious text or any other religion?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, Mithun Vijay Kumar, do you agree? Do you think this is the response that would have come in from the top brass of the party if this were about any other religion?
See, if it was any other party or not even the top brass, any lower ranking MLA or any small politician from the right wing making such a statement about any other religion would have called for a large debate across the South India. First of all, Pinarayi Vijayan would have tweeted a long tweet followed by his counterparts in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, and the whole INDA alliance would have been debating about the issue today. But today, it's just a simple topic that is being shown as an isolated incident. And see, as I already said, Samajwadi Party has a long history of insulting Hinduism, and I think Swami Prasad Maurya is just a pawn in the larger game. And it appears that Akhilesh Yadav is actually utilizing him, SP Maurya, from time to time as a convenient scapegoat to advance his anti-Hindu ideology. And as a Hindu, as a devout Hindu, I am deeply offended by the statement of this gentleman. And as a nation, we must make him apologize for what he said. Hinduism has a long and rich history of social justice, and it has been a force for good in the world. You see, for example, the traditions of ahimsa, non-violence. These have been like
okay, very interesting. You're saying he's being used as a scapegoat by Akhilesh Yadav, who himself comes across as a devout Hindu, along with Dimple Yadav as well. Nikhil Jain, is he a scapegoat? Is he being asked to do this to cater to the other vote bank?
Absolutely not. I think this is a conspiracy theory, and I can't go around retorting to conspiracy theories. But two important points I want your viewers to know. One, there was a very prominent political leader in the country. In 2015, he said Hinduism is not a religion. That leader is the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. Secondly, what Swami Prasad Maurya is saying today, that Hinduism as is practiced is primarily a Brahminical, it has a Brahminical hegemony. The same views were propounded by B.R. Ambedkar, the drafter of the Constitution, the first Law Minister of India, a leader which the BJP loves to hail today because they want to pander to the Dalit votes. So, is the BJP going to condemn Dr. Ambedkar for the remarks he had about Hinduism and Brahminical hegemony in it? Or are they going to only condemn Mr. Maurya and not speak anything about Ambedkar? Because they want
if he doesn't want to practice Hinduism, if he doesn't believe in Hinduism, he should feel free not to do so. Mr. Nikhil Jain, we've had this debate several times on our channel with regards to several other comments which have been made in the past. But Mithun, Vijay, Kumar, it all comes down to these kind of comments being made one after the other, no official condemnation taking place, and that perhaps leave the scope for such leaders coming out and making these remarks repeatedly, forgetting that there is some sort of sentiment attached to it if we talk about the larger public.
See, such remarks from leaders like SP Maurya are essential for the India alliance to, appease their vote bank. And Mr. Nikhil Jain should not make incomplete statements quoting our Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister has time and again said that Hinduism is a way of life. It's a way of living. So don't make incorrect statements and insult the Prime Minister on this panel. So, if SP Maurya doesn't want to practice, allow me to finish, sir. If any leader from the Samajwadi Party or Congress, they don't like Hinduism, or if they don't want to practice Hinduism, they're free to do so. But they don't have any right to go on a public platform and insult this particular religion that has immensely contributed to the well-being of the world. So Mr. Maurya must apologize. If not, an action must be taken against him.
Okay, he may feel free to have an opinion, but imposing that opinion on the people of the country, calling Hinduism hoax and deceitful, is most certainly avoidable. And that's why perhaps these kind of questions are being asked, not just to SP Maurya, because he's made several such remarks in the past, but to Samajwadi Party and Akhilesh Yadav, to be precise. Nikhil Jain, Mr. Mithun, Vijay Kumar, that's all the time we have. Thank you for joining us.